Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I'm not going to stay too long on this show. Good evening, everyone. Um, how was your Monday? Mine has been busy. It's not too long. I stepped in. Um, Mine has been busy. So how's your week been? How's your day been? Hope you are good. Um, Please, if you have anyone, if you know anyone that is studying in Malta, they need to come closer. There is information for them. Um, so a university in Malta has asked all international students. They've had to ask about 80. Is a private university in Malta. They've had to ask about 80 of their international students to leave the country. At least so far so good. 80 of them are the ones who have spoken. And this is what I say. You know, when I do my show, I always talk about um I talk about what's it called? I always talk about this all these travel agents or education consultants. You see, when I talk, people think I hate them. Me, I don't have any problem with anybody. My own is I always believe before you do anything, you always do things the right way. When you do things the right way, it saves you the hassle of falling victim of this. It saves you the hassle of falling victim, particularly when it has to do with immigration. I think immigration is very paramount. You know, a lot of people are um what's the name? A lot of people want to jackpa, but it's not like I always say. It's not about the jackpa. The jackpa is the least of the worries. Please give me 1 minute. Hey, Ayokumi, how are you? Good morning. I say good morning. Good evening. How are you? Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Wherever you are. How are you? You see, when we say people should do things in a legal way, you see, when you want, particularly when you want to jackpa, you really, really need to. And I don't know how I cannot overemphasize it. Me, from my show, you would have known. I am not a fan of all this. I'm not a fan of travel agents, education agents, whatever, even immigration lawyers. I'm not a fan of them. It's not because they've done me anything. It's just because we get to see the impact. You know, when wrong decisions are made, when wrong informations are put through. You know, the last thing you want for yourself is to come to a country where you don't know anybody and be stranded there. That's the last thing you want. You don't even want to be just 30 days new. They gave them 30 days. In short, it's not funny. They gave them 30 days and just 3 days to appeal. Who does that? Who can appeal home office within 3 days? Let's be honest. Who can make an appeal to home office and you will get a result within 3 days? Where? In what part of the world is that done? Not even in Nigerian embassy. There's no way that things like this are done. You know. So there's a particular university, it's a private university. I'm going to read out what has happened. So basically, let me summarize it. What has happened is there's a private university in Malta. I'll tell you the name of the university. There's a private university in Malta. The university is called International European University. It's a private university. How will you leave Nigeria to go to a private university in a country that you don't know, that you have never been before? You see, and when we are raising awareness on that, you will still see people. I still saw people advertising. In short, I just saw an advert just before I started this show. You know, somebody tagged me to it. I just saw an advert where someone is advertising Finland. Oh, Finland has opened door. They've opened their borders. They said people should come and work in the farms. Do you know what it is to work in farms abroad? Iṣẹ́ tẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣe ńgbà tẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà. Ilẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ tu gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ṣe ńgbà tẹ́ wà Nàìjíríà. You now come abroad, somebody would not be advertised, and you self, you carry your 2 left leg, you will go and give them money. And when we are talking, they will say, we don't know what we are saying. We don't like, we are spoiling people's business. Me, I'm not, I'm so passionate about, I don't like when people are victims. I just, because I know the impact of it. And most of our watch COS, you come and see some of them. They are in homeless accommodation. A lot of them cannot start telling people what their eyes are, what they are going through. There are a lot of them that you think, things are okay with. They are not okay. A lot of them are in homeless accommodation. Most of them are collecting food bank because they cannot make ends meet. Do you know how humiliating? And for us as Africans, we're not used to collecting. I mean, there's no country there's nobody that is used to it. But it's quite humiliating when people have sold their homes. They sold their homes, they sold their houses, they sold their possession. Ti sún mi. People sold their houses. They sold their houses, they sold their cars, they sold their properties just to migrate. If you are going to make that level of sacrifice, why not do it the right way? Nobody is even saying don't way. The thing is, before you get to that level, at least do things the right way. Research. Those education agents that you are going to go and give money to, they are literally, what you are refusing to do is what you are paying them to do. The information that they are getting for you, they are not getting it from anywhere different from what you would have done. Every country, I've always said it, every country, if you want to know any country you want to go to, any country that you, just type universities in Malta, universities in London, in UK, universities in Italy, whatever it is, type the university, just type it there. Well, you have smartphones in your hand. You have smartphones in your hand. The information you need is at your fingertip. I was actually listening to the students and I was like, oh my God. A lot of them are medical. There's medical students among them. There are medical students, there are biochemistry students among them. I understand. People have made so much sacrifice. In short, there's a particular Nigerian lady. That one, she was coming from Poland. She's already wasted 2 years in Poland. That the education agent sent her there to go and do masters. How can you go and do masters in Poland? Poland is English. She's already wasted 2 years. She was lamenting. She already wasted 2 years to study the language. And today, Malta today don't speak English in Malta. Why will you be parting with so much money? Why don't you do your research? Finland is only don't advertise for everybody now. Do you know how the Scandinavian system work? Because I've seen adverts where there people are saying, the tax system is kinikon. They are saying the welfare system. In short, you have to go to school for free. Who is lying to you guys? And then you get to these countries, you become vulnerable. Research yín dáadáa. Òun ní báyìí ẹgbẹ́nu sí mic ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí káàkiri orí platform ẹ̀ ń rojọ́ káàkiri. Medical students, báwo lè fẹ́ sọ? After studying hard in Nigeria, even the parents of these students, where are they? Why are they not able to do their research? For me, I mean, it's quite painful. I understand how it feels. Don't let us learn to be lazy. We have smartphone in our hands. Let's learn to use our smartphones. And I'm appealing to parents on my show. Please, don't go and meet. See, I'm begging you. Don't listen to education agents. Don't listen to travel agents. Even immigration lawyer, all these people that will come to Africa to come and be doing a seminar for you. Don't listen to them. Go online yourself. Go and do your research yourself. Go online, research. What university do you want your children to go to? Or what country are you thinking of them going to? Every university have frequently asked questions on their website. And if you engage, all you need to do is just engage with that university. Yes, it's email, a kilo on email compared to the millions that you throw away. Just engage with them, exchange emails. There's always someone to contact. Don't be in a rush. This education again, let me tell you one lie that they are not. Let me tell you one truth that they're not telling you. The lies that they tell you. Every education agent, they receive cuts for every student they recruit to any university abroad. They give them commission. They are working on commission. They don't have any connection anywhere. All they are doing is they're just an agent to these universities. And they get commission for every student. So that your tuition fee, that your school that you are paying, the moment you pay your school fee, they give them a commission out of it. So why are you going to them? And remember, because they want their commission, they're not interested in your own welfare. All they're interested in is ensuring that you register in that school. Whatever happens after then is none of their business. Why do you want to work so much? Why do you want to walk into the hands of someone that doesn't care about you? Meanwhile, if you engage with that university directly, engage with the university. Even not just the university, they even have courses. You can engage with the courses. The courses in the university, they have a point of contact. Contact the people. There's always a number to contact. There's an email to contact. Contact them. Student services are there. International department of that school is there. Contact them. And that's even easier for you because burst. You have a trail of email. You have a record of who you are speaking to or who you have communicated to directly in that university. Some of these, like the ones that they told them now, they give them 30 days. Basically 1 month, they can't get out of their country. In a country, English is not their first language. And let me tell you one thing. If they come to the UK, all these EU students, when they come to the UK, they have to translate their certificates. They have to translate their result and their certificate. It's not an automatic that they can work abroad, that they can work in the UK. I don't know of the US. I cannot speak for a system I don't know. Why are you making yourselves vulnerable? Parents, stop making your children vulnerable. Ọ̀rọ̀ ti délẹ̀ báyìí gbogbo yín wá ń gbẹ́nu sí mẹ́ẹ̀kì ẹ̀wọ̀n rojọ́. Look at someone saying he sold his house. Oh God, odidi 4 years. You sure that Nigerian students, I know Eshemi. She's wasted 4 years of her. She's studying medicine, not realizing that the school that they enrolled her, the license of that private is a private university. The license has been revoked. The license was even revoked long before she was enrolled. But again, Torikwe, you people did not do your own work. They enrolled you in a school that is not existing. This was the case in the UK for like, I think in 2007 and I think up to 2010, I think, where they had all these bogus colleges that was busy recruiting people. They would go and people were busy going to register with them. And those colleges were not existing. Some of them were registered in the living rooms. Honestly, I'm so no. This is just rubbing me on the wrong side. Let me read it out. It's a Times Malta. That's a newspaper. Students have their resident permit was even cancelled. They get a resident permit as per students. It was all cancelled. Student of a private university in Gizra had its license revoked earlier this month. Had their license revoked earlier this month. Student of a private university in Gizra that had his license revoked earlier this month spoke of their outbreak. So the students spoke. They just discovered that the university that they have been studying all this while, that university doesn't even have a license to recruit. They don't even have a license to operate. It's been revoked. Okay. After their resident permit was cancelled by Identica, so that's their home office equivalent, without warning, and they were ordered to leave the country. Share and share. Millions of naira. More than 80 students of the International European University were told on Friday their permit has been revoked with immediate effect and were ordered to leave the EU as soon as possible, no later than 30 days. They were given 3 working days to appeal the decision. Who does that? In which home office can you appeal decision within 3 working days? In where? What part of the home office will answer you? Civil service gone. When you even if you send email, you send information gone, they don't respond within 3 working days. It's 7 working days. The Education Authority revoked the IEU, so International European University license, following an audit of the company, which faces a rift of complaints from students overseas who said they have lost their life savings after it failed to refund them when their visa application were refused by Malta. Of course, it will be refused because the university does not have a license to operate in the first place. And this is what we are saying about all these travel agents and all these education agents or whatever they call themselves. Wọ́n ti gbowó lọ́wọ́ yín báyìí, wọ́n ti gba commission, wọ́n ti lọ. Igi dá ẹyẹ ni wọ́n. The IEU students already in Malta complained they were given no warning before their residency permit were revoked. However, they said the university has not provided them with certified record of their studies, which they need to move to another institution. They can't. And this is where even I was laughing when I was reading it, because they can't. They are not licensed to operate. So any result that you have, any exams or result that you have from that school is not valid. It's just as simple as that. It's very heartbreaking. No one is giving us a chance to stay here. They, Identica, just mailed us and said, go home. They were not giving us any options. This is a student who is studying management, masters in business management. School to exist. I have been crying for the last 3 days. I've spent over 15,000 euro to come here. I have sold my own place to fulfill my dream, he said, adding that he had been waiting for more than 3 months to receive his temporary resident card from Identica. So that's like your permanent, your biometric card. My appeal to Malta government is to please do something in our favor. Láti possible. Malta government mọ̀ bóyá ẹ̀ ń bọ̀ ni. We have dreams. We are not working here. We're not doing any illegal activities here. Another student said he felt so broken because my parents spent a lot of money on me, adding he felt he had moved backward in his life for 2 years. Shengbo. They, Identica, don't give us any other option. They don't allow us to get admission in a different university, and we can't afford the University of Malta because for non-EU people, the fee is 26,000 euro for medical students, and we are not able to get that. He said, I just want to become a doctor. Latibo. The license has been revoked now. Then, okay, so they gave the letter. This is the letter telling them to leave with immediate effect. So one of the other students was speaking to Times Malta outside the Gisra IEU campus, where scores of students assembled yesterday shortly before a scheduled meeting with the university officials to collect their personal document. University representative did not show up. Did not show up to the scheduled meeting. However, later telling students the meeting has been postponed while staff prepare academic transcript, official academic record of their studies. The IEU told students last week it was appealing the decision to revoke his license while offering to provide academic transcript or allowing students to continue their course online or at the company's Ukraine campus. Ukraine Ukraine long. If you know any student, if you know any Nigerian student that is in this university, you better call them to order. You better call them. Call our news. Ukraine lọ́hùn. Ṣojú wọn fọ́ ni wọn ò rí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ukraine. Ukraine kẹ̀. Another medical student said he was feeling very frustrated. Our own documents are inside, pointing at the padlock entrance of the IEU campus behind them. It's been 12 years of hard work, going to school, then to college, thousands of euro gone, 1.5 year gone. We are very confused. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Most student times of Malta spoke to said they had paid the IEU 10,000 in tuition fee and other costs. There's another student, a second year student studying for master's degree in medicine, said she paid over 15,000 euro to study in Malta and described the revocation of her residence permit as heart-wrenching, adding the university's professor had provided good tuition. We came here for studies, not to work, she said, rebuffing stereotype of non-EU students enrolling to get visa, allowing them to work part-time in Malta. There are many students like me who have been here for 2 years now because they want to complete their studies and pursue their education, she said. I think the government is at fault. Plus the university, of course, because they did not mention anything. Wọ́n ṣe máa mention nígbà tí wọ́n ti gbowó wọn. Several students raised other concerns about the IEU, saying they had been falsely told they would be awarded 2 degrees. Ṣé ń gbọ́? Upon completing their course, one awarded by the Ukrainian Education Authority and one recognized by Malta. How can you say Ukraine will give somebody even to, okay, listen to this. So the students, that the private university told them they will give them a Ukrainian Education Award. Ukraine tó ti ń jà. Ukraine tó ń tí ìmọ̀ kan tó ń bára wọn fà pẹ̀lú Russia. Even àwọn ará Ukraine gan wọ́n wà ṣebí wọ́n they scatter them across Europe. Gbogbo wọn náà ń gba refugee across Europe. You see what I'm saying when I say our people don't do their own work? Because if it's tí ìbá ṣe pé orí ẹni gan gbálẹ̀, ṣé kò rí news ni, kò rí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ukraine ni? Education agent is the one that will tell them, oh, don't worry, this is how they will do, you will get 2 degrees. Ṣé ẹ̀ ríṣẹ́? Owó wọgbó. Another Nigerian student described her experience with IEU as terrible, saying she had started at the company's now defunct defaulted Poland campus, which she said one day disappeared after it emerged that school did not have a license to operate. Ṣé ń gbọ́? So she had been in Poland before on the campus of that same school, and 2 years down the line she found out that school does not have a license to operate, and she still went ahead. She came to Malta. And if you find out now, it's the education agent that will ginger her. Don't worry, go to Malta. We know how to run it. Òun ló délẹ̀ báyìí. She said, 4 years of my life wasted. A lot of money has been spent. I'm disappointed, she said. Another one, described his dismay and being asked to leave, stressing his course as included training at Masters at Malta Deal Hospital, where he had hoped to work after his studies. All of them, they are medical students, medical students ní gbogbo wọn. And they are all casualty. Ẹ bá lọ béèrè báyìí, wọ́n kóra wọn, wọ́n kó súsú sóra sínú àwọn lọ́wọ́. Honestly, I don't even know what to do. I don't know why our people behave the way they behave. I don't know why our people behave the way we behave. I honestly don't understand. Ṣé a máa sọ pé àwọn èèyàn ò gbọ́n ní báyìí? A whole medical student, are we going to say that they don't understand their right from their left? Anyway, I just said let me raise the awareness. Just in case you have anybody in Malta, please check on them. This is quite devastating news. These are young people who have spent 4 years. Some of them 4 years. You heard me read it. Some 4 years, some 2 years. And please, I'm begging, even if you don't listen to anything I'm saying, please do your own work yourself. Stop Stop getting agents to do any paperwork for you. Imagine if these guys have done their paper, they have done their homework themselves. They won't fall prey into a university that does not exist. Anyway, I need to go. I have a long day tomorrow. I have a long day ahead of me tomorrow. Thanks everyone for joining, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.